What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to check out Ariana Grande's new deluxe version of Eternal Sunshine, which I'm super excited to check out. This was such a great album, and honestly, so much has changed in Ariana's life in the last year. It's amazing that the deluxe album is coming out now after, like, you know, she puts a record out, then goes on to do Wicked, and like all this insane stuff has happened in her career. Not even from like her pop star status, just from her being this like massive celebrity on a whole new level again, which I didn't even think was possible at this point for somebody as famous as Ariana Grande, but here we are. So in today's video, we're checking out Brighter Days Ahead. I already love the title of this. Eternal Sunshine had such a great feeling to it, and I really appreciate taking that like positivity onto this deluxe. Before we dive in, I'm just gonna ask you guys to check out Patreon. Links in the description. I have so much Ariana Grande content over there. The Dangerous Woman Tour Diaries, all kinds of stuff that we've reacted to over there, including Eternal Sunshine in its entirety as an album listening party. I'll also have these 6 tracks up over there uncut. Obviously on YouTube here, it'll be a little bit more chopped up for copyright. So if you want to support me and have an ad-free experience and, you know, just jam this thing with me, go check out Patreon, links in the description. I'm excited to dive in though. So we're starting with intro, Into the World, Extended.
How can I tell if I'm in the right relationship? Aren't you really supposed to know that shit? I don't know. Then
I missed Ariana Grande.
I am right now. I don't care. I'd rather
Such a soft voice. I love it.
make it worse for you.
I say soft, but it's really only when it harmonizes, especially where she's at right there. Like, it is such a comforting harmony.
Monday tomorrow, would I be the one who mind your mind?
That is the most important question you should be asking in a relationship. If this is our final day on earth, are you still thinking about me? Am I the one that you want to spend those last moments with to the end? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you're in a relationship and they told you that today was the end of the world and you're like, oh fuck, why am I with this person? Time to go.
While I jump into your skin and change your eyes,
Woo!
so you see things.
Please don't pay no mind while I jump into your skin and change your eyes.
You still like me, but you're standing. You
Woo!
won't regret not thinking before asking. Now you're long gone and calling me. I'm still unpacking why I even allowed you on the flight. I wish I could unleash you, so I did.
I wish I could unneed you, so I did. So I actually feel like this is her kind of like finding closure and coming to some sort of closure prior to the end of the world. It's almost like she realized that the two of them maybe weren't going to be able to, you know, exist together, and she had to find a way to get over those things to find that closure, to be able to move on, move forward, and find happiness. These are all things that would be incredibly challenging to do, but especially when you find yourself in a limited moment where you're wondering if this is the end of the world, and now you're having to decide if the person that you're with is a person that is worth dying with at that moment, if it's the last moment on earth. I love her delivery at the end. I love that kind of cadence. I'm a big fan of like that hip hop verse kind of feel. And I'm a big fan of Ariana always kind of doing something like that in her music. But I appreciate it in times like this where she's really just walking down a checklist of all the things she had to do mentally to get over this person. And that's how you get brighter days ahead. Like, it's hard to move on if you're stuck in the past. It's so hard. All right, this is Twilight Zone.
Did I dream the whole thing?
Okay.
Was I just a nightmare?
I'm digging that breathiness in her voice a lot right here. Oh.
If so, then I'm in the gray one. Does she know you're
Ooh.
not who you say you are?
Oh.
'Cause I
Pick it up
might
right there.
give her a call. Or was
Does she know who you say you? Does she know that you aren't who you say you are? Because I might give her a call.
it's not me at all? And it's not like I'm still not over you.
Oh shit!
It's so strange, 'cause I never do. Not that I miss you, I don't. Sometimes I just can't believe
Such a good 90s sound.
you happened. It's not
Ooh. It's not that I miss you, I don't. It's just sometimes I can't believe that you happened.
meant to be, not that I
Oh, that's a breakup anthem.
Sometimes I just can't believe
Nice up tempo. That Max Martin for you. Why do we I feel like people do that sometimes. I feel like we've all been guilty of like defending the people that are maybe negative in our life, or maybe like we're toxic, did not add to it. And we find ourselves defending them because I feel like Ariana Grande and I might be a lot alike in the sense that we don't want other people to feel bad. Like it's hard sometimes to say how you feel about something that you like went through with somebody, and then also like try not to paint them as like a negative person, even though like you're being honest. It is hard for some people's personalities to just go in on somebody like that. So she even says like, you know, it's hard for me to like keep defending you or to pretend like the songs I wrote weren't about you. Ooh. Ooh, that note right there. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, one more. Oh yeah, here we go. Woo! I love that. Oh my God. We've all had at least one relationship like this. Don't act like you haven't. Oh my God. Sometimes I just can't believe you happened. Oh, and having the vocals do the offbeat section right there in an acapella moment, all harmonized and layered down to the fucking end right there, like a giant cake of Ariana Grande. Here for it. Also, I have one criticism of this song, and it's that last chorus was so pretty and it had so much kind of like energy to it. And the one thing that I think this song could have used a little bit more of was just a little bit more energy. And the perfect spot would have been the chorus. It wouldn't have felt unnatural at all. It absolutely would have like kept that same vibe. And I totally get the point of building it up until that last chorus. However, with a song like this, I really love the kind of emotional push and pull of understanding that you had a relationship with somebody and that it's over, and like you don't want it back, but you do find yourself constantly falling down this thought pattern of why did I even end up here? What the fuck even happened? And I do feel like I would have wanted more of that in the chorus, and that's because I do like the chorus so much, especially the last one, that honestly, for a solid pop song, I just want to keep singing it over and over. That last section here though is so fucking good. I mean, you have, you know what is at your disposal. You've got fucking Ariana Grande vocally right here. Like, drop the instrumentals, you know what I mean? Just let it happen. And I love to hear just how layered, and like I said, one more time, reiteration, but those backing vocals hitting the off notes there to make sure that every piece of that section was filled with Ariana's vocals. I'm here for it. And again, I'm not taking any bullshit. I know damn well that we've all had at least one Twilight Zone type relationship. Yeah. All right. This is Warm.
I can find my way, never needed anybody to stay. I'll be higher than the axis.
I don't know how she does that vocally. It's so soft and powerful at the same time. I'm cool on my own, but it's warm in your arms. Come on.
Can you hold the space?
Woo!
I require, or will you turn the page?
Oh, oh yeah.
I'll be higher than the axis.
So angelic.
And I won't come down for you. 'Cause
That's what I'm talking about with her voice right here, right? So it's so angelic. It is layered like a million times right here. It is harmonized. There's so many things going on. It sounds beautiful right here.
'cause I know now I'm safe and sound, and I won't come down for you. 'Cause I'm cold. So close I can taste it. On my lips,
God damn.
invitation. But it's warmer in your arms. In your arms.
Oh, I was really expecting her to go all out there at the end. Okay, my interpretation of this song, I don't know if she's saying cold on my own or cool on my own. But what I'm kind of picking up is this idea of like being okay with where you're at on your own as an individual without being in a relationship. Because yes, getting in a relationship with somebody you truly care about, it will be warmer in their arms. It will feel like an embrace, like safety, like comfort. And that's the whole point, is when we get in a relationship, we should absolutely be in a relationship with people that are adding to our lives. And that's kind of what she's trying to say here, is like, I'm okay on my own, but it does feel nice to have this relationship, this kind of embrace, this sort of connection. And I could be absolutely wrong by that, but it does kind of feel that way. And I like that because it's this anthem of like self-love, and also then knowing when to give yourself to other people and when you're going to feel good about it. And I'm basing that off of Intro and Twilight Zone. It seems like she's not living in regret with these relationships, but she is kind of like working through them in a way. And that does kind of get me to Warm, where I feel like you would be a little bit more cautious about the next time you jump in. All right, this is Dandelion. Woo! Oh, I'm into that. Let's go. Build that shit up.
Mean what I say what I mean.
Well, that's the one.
Love what to play, I am as you see.
As a huge fan of like Thank You Next and Positions, I just love Ariana Grande on this kind of instrumental. I just love her in this pocket, in this flow, this everything. This is like,
You can get anything you
this is definitely the banger of this already. Oh my God.
like.
Just her over trap inspired instrumentals, like talking her shit. I love when she's feeling herself.
If I'm being honest, you can get anything you like. Can you see I blow my light? Boy, just don't blow
Oh,
this. Got me
I can't get that beat timing. Definitely my favorite song we've listened to so far on here. Ariana Grande in a trap style instrumental is never going to sound not cool. She is so good at finding the pocket in these things. You know, look at Thank You Next, look at Positions. She's so good at finding these spots within these instrumentals. It's hard not to sound cool over this kind of instrumental. But you find that perfect pocket, it's gonna be so good. I also love when she does things like telling somebody to come plant their seed and saying, I know this sounds unserious, but it's very serious. To me, that playfulness in the lyricism keeps me coming back for Ariana Grande. It's not the first time. It's definitely not the last time we're going to hear that from her. But I also just love anytime that Ariana Grande is feeling herself. Like, I'm absolutely on the fucking ride every single time, because she is cool and she knows how to radiate that energy, especially when she's in this kind of vibe. So absolutely here for this. All right, Past Life.
Woke up with a ghost by my side.
Dark.
Kissed by the passing of time. So my body
Oh,
doesn't let the music confiscate my soul. You think I'm
let the music confiscate my soul is such a line.
lose me.
Oh,
Always wonder what would happen if I let myself be more. Might fuck around and elevate my expectations.
Woohoo!
Not like the moon. I used to
Mm.
put them like console
Oh,
my body.
so much power.
The music confiscate my soul. Need more. Might fuck around and elevate my expectations.
Can we like motherfucker? I'm gonna elevate my expectations. Just tattoo around the face. I'm gonna end up with a face tattoo so soon. I can feel it because every reaction I think of another thing I should just tattoo directly on my face. You know how many people I left in the past life at this point? Let's fucking just move on from these people. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Woo! I dig this lyricism so much. I'm such a fan of like fucking burning it all down behind you and walking away. Like I'm a like to me personally, and maybe this comes from multiple experiences of almost dying, but like it is really hard. It's really hard to explain to somebody how much the people of your past, if they are no longer a present and they are not benefiting you, do not fucking matter anymore. It is not regret. You absolutely learn from everyone you come in contact with and every relationship you've had, bad relationships, bad friendships, family, whatever. When you go through those things, if you've ever had near-death experiences or you've ever almost lost everything, then you realize at that moment just how insignificant some of these other people are and the roles that they play in your life. So if you were in a relationship with somebody and you don't feel like it went a good way and you don't feel like things are ending in a good spot, whatever the case may be, make it a past life. Let that life and all those memories go with it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, when it all is said and done, the people that are around you when things are going the hardest, the people that are around you when it's time to celebrate, but also when it's time to cry, the people that are there with you, when you're having great mental health days, and also when you were at the worst form of your life, the people that were there present and always there loving, willing, and always able to provide for you or just want to be in your presence. Those are the people you want to keep with you. Not these relationships. Also, Ariana Grande is just fucking cool. You can't listen to this song and by the end of it not feel like she's just a badass. So motherfucker, I'm gonna change my expectations. All right, this is Hampstead.
I left my heart at a pub in Hampstead. What makes you think you're even invited? There's no one home, you're still outside. What's wrong with a little bit of poison? Tell me.
Oh.
I would rather feel everything than nothing every time. Remember too much of the last year, but I knew who I was when I got here. Feel me strange.
Oh my God.
Little bit of sugar. Point of view.
That is such a pleasurable experience to listen to that. Oh my God. So this last track actually kind of confuses me a little bit. It actually makes me feel like she mentioned in the song, she said, the lights are off, no one's home, but you're still standing outside, something along those lines. And that leads me to believe that perhaps, kind of like we were talking about in past life, maybe she had these negative situations in her life and she's trying to lose it at the bar. She's trying to get drunk. She's trying to forget about all these things. She's trying to numb herself with a little bit of poison to forget this stuff. But if you have somebody who, even when you're going through all that stuff, they're willing to stand there and wait for you. This is just me guessing based on the lyrics, but they're willing to stand there and be there while you're going through those things. Yes, you would rather be out there with that person than drowning in a crowded room. And I think that's kind of, it gives me that past life vibe of like, you don't want people in your life that don't necessarily want to be there. As soon as you almost lose your life, you realize how important the people that are actually important in your life are. And this kind of this kind of makes me feel like she is experiencing that firsthand. Like, now that I've moved on from some of this other stuff in my life, here's somebody who wants to be here even when things are tough. And I think that if you have somebody who's there when things are tough, you will always have brighter days ahead. It's pretty amazing that in 6 songs, we could hear so many different sounds from the absolute legend of Ariana Grande. Like, still to this day, she's still doing this. Fucking awesome to me. I also am really a big fan of this narrative of self-love that kind of goes on through all 6 of these songs. and being cautious with who you allow into your life and give your time to. And I feel like that's a lot of what goes on here. From intro all the way to past life, we already kind of like had gone through either letting go of past relationships or being okay with not necessarily regretting them, but just understanding maybe they were there for a purpose, even if we can't believe it, aka Twilight Zone. I think about Warm, where it's like I understand that I'm okay by myself, but it would feel better in a relationship. It's okay to feel that way. Dandelion, I know what I want. You need to come give it to me. Past life, everybody that I've come in contact with, maybe a relationship or love or friendships or whatever. I want to leave those in this past life. I'm ready to move forward. And then you end up on Hampstead, where you have this full circle moment where it's like, I'm embracing all this life that I've lived, and I'm also okay with doing that with someone else in my life as well. Brighter days ahead. Ariana Grande shows us exactly why we fucking love and continue to show up for her. We love her voice more than anything. I love her lyricism. I love her being so vulnerable in Eternal Sunshine as a whole, but also even with the deluxe. Typically, I'm not a fan of deluxe records, but I feel like we put Eternal Sunshine out. She lived like 7 lives since then. I miss Ariana Grande. I'm okay with her putting 6 more deluxe tracks out so that we get more time to spend with her. I hope that in putting this out, we get maybe some more content or live stuff or whatever. But then I hope maybe she starts putting out another record. Ariana Grande could go do everything in the world, but I'm always going to want her to come back to music every single time because she's just such an incredible artist. Honestly, one of my favorite people to talk about, to react to. I would love to get to see her live, although I don't think that'll ever happen at this point. It's just wicked royalty at this point. It's never going to happen. But just an incredible artist. I love talking about her on this channel. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go check out Patreon. Ton of exclusive content when it comes to Ariana Grande, including this as a full uncut album listening party. I love y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.